Welcome to the Just Josh podcast.
Who the fuck is this guy? Hey, who the fuck are you? Huh? Who the fuck are you?
This whole thing's a little weird.
Never yet fear, laddie buck.
That was like the coolest intro I've ever heard.
Yes. You got to start doing an intro, bro, where you come in with the belt. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I just need other people here to help me, and I just don't have it right
Here
now.
he is.
Well, here's the thing. I do see some podcasts where it's like there's such a thing as like too much hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I've seen somewhere, I'm just like, it's like 30 minutes of introduction. I'm like, where's the podcast? But no.
I think that was tasteful.
It's very tasteful.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you guys for being here too, dude. It's been
having us,
man.
I think the last time I saw you guys live or saw you in person, you probably opened for Ballyhoo down at what's that Irish pub down in you know what I mean, with the high stage and the back. You go out where the picnic tables are.
Oh my God, it's not even there anymore.
What is Union Jack? So it did close, right? And that was
R.I.P.
Did they close before the pandemic? Was it
No,
like
during.
during it? Okay.
Because of it. I guess as a result. Yeah.
No, they still have the other one, right? Or no?
They have
The one in DC, like
I think they have like
closer to DC?
They had one in like Colombia, and they had a couple other. They were like a franchise, I think, to a certain extent. But that Annapolis one had like a really cool.
No, that was the
We had a
one
lot of
for me.
memories there.
Yeah.
The one time we played with Ballyhoo there, I've
one,
never
yeah.
seen it that packed before.
It was dope. I remember that.
Yeah,
was
that
dope.
place gets packed.
I think it was like, I don't know. Some people said that they like, it was like they wanted to, like the fire marshal almost had to like, come. That's like
that
legend.
night. I got pictures from that night. I seriously, I've never seen it that packed.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. They crushed
We
it.
had some crazy stories at Union Jacks. One time on our own years ago, a big fight brawl breaks out on the dance floor.
Yeah,
They're
it did.
throwing chairs at each other.
They were literally throwing chairs because they
We're
said,
like, hey, why can't we be friends? Guys on stage playing.
Yeah. Why can't we be friends?
Yeah.
Why can't we?
Rest in peace, Union Jacks. The place got rowdy.
Yeah, man.
I think I just joined the band there. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure I just sang.
That was good. That was good. Solid harmonies.
I think it got rowdy because it like didn't they have like dollar beer,
Oh,
dollar
yeah.
shot Thursdays.
I mean, come on. Like, what is this, the 90s?
yeah.
Nickel beer.
As much as I'd love to
Nickelback
pay
beer.
$1 beer too, it's like, just pay the money. Just pay what it costs a beer or don't drink. That's what I did. The older I got, the less I drank.
Yeah, when you
know?
put it that low,
Caffeine
it's-
and bud for me.
Yeah, caffeine and bud for sure.
It's a recipe for disaster. When
What
you
about that other time when
lower the-
we played with the Uglies at Union Jacks?
Which one?
When the guy tried to swing at you.
Oh yeah, he tried to beat me up in backstage.
What?
Yeah,
Why? What'd you do to him?
I didn't do anything.
I get that a lot.
You called him a fat turd. No, you didn't.
No,
Well,
no.
I just got LASIK so I can see fine. But before, when I had glasses, if I would forget my glasses, I would squint a lot because I can't see. So I'm trying to see. Every time I went out, there'd be some tough guy trying to fight me because he thinks I'm squinting at him or something. I'm like,
We doing
I'm like,
drugs, bro.
relax, man. I don't even know who you are.
You're getting weird. Let's get weird, man.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, I don't. It was weird. It was weird that he
Bro, the drunk guy.
the
getting
drunk guy at the
aggressive.
show. Are we doing
Tell us a story.
are we doing Union Jack shows? I mean Union Jack show stories?
Why not? Go ahead,
RIP?
tell the story.
Yeah, that's funny.
R.I.P.
Yeah, so the guy comes up to me after the show and I'm talking to somebody.
He's really loading out.
Probably his girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding. just joking. I'm totally joking.
Sometimes it happens. We can't help that.
No,
we don't know.
I was just talking to somebody and like
Yeah.
he was super drunk and we were loading out. And this is back when we had Uncle Mark's van, his little box van, little 6-passenger Chevy or whatever it was.
Yep.
Mhm.
And he just like took a swing at me. I saw him out the corner of my eye.
For no reason?
Yeah, he just took a swing at me.
yeah.
I never saw him. He just like literally like, whoa, and just like took a swing at me. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I slipped it. I slipped it and he like fell. And then he got up and he was like, good. And I was like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? I thought he was I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Danny just looked at him. He was just like, boop, and just hit him like right
That's
in the face.
awesome.
Guy just went out. and
And
they were like,
fucking kill that guy. I
they're
gotta
like-
go.
They're like, doing the whole. They're doing the whole like, he's not. He's gone.
Like 1,
Yeah,
2,
he's done.
3.
And it's like friend was like, whoa, what's up? We were like, oh, back up. Did the whole like kind of like get back. What's going on? And the funny thing about it was the guy's out, right? And this like these 2 drunk girls come out with this guy, and they're drunk. They're like coming out. They're drunk, and they're like they see him on the ground. They see him on the ground, like passed out, like the Danny just hit him, and they were just like, "That's that motherfucker right there!" And they kick him.
They start kicking him.
Kicking him. Apparently, he pissed off a lot of people.
I remember
that
the guy.
night.
He was being a dick to me earlier in the night.
Yeah.
And then I saw him at the corner of my eye. And I was like, "That's the same asshole." And he took a swing at Pete. And then I'm just really like defensive with my brother.
Of course.
It's my big brother, man.
Yeah, of
So I
course.
was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why humans are so weird.
Humans are very strange.
That was a long time ago, though.
Humans are strange.
Bar
man.
fighting days are behind us.
I'm not a fighter, man. Like,
No,
I don't know.
never.
I've never been like, I don't get mad. Like when I usually get a little,
I was a little mad.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, of
I
course. At that point, yeah.
I was a little mad. I punched him in his fucking mouth.
I always feel bad though. I've punched a few people in
You
my
gotta
day.
have a puncher.
But like when I
in the
punch them,
band.
I'll immediately be like, "Oh, that's sad."
You know that from being on tour. Like how many bars you guys have been in, like, right? Like how many fights have you guys seen? Like it's gotta be crazy.
I mean, I see him even when I'm not on tour. Every
Yeah,
time you
yeah.
go out. That's why I don't go out anymore. It's like I'd rather
That's
just
true,
drink
man.
at home and
Yeah.
Some
watch
people,
a movie, hang out with my dogs.
People are crazy.
Go on a date.
I ain't going outside.
some people should not be allowed to drink.
I could picture Danny like walking up after he sees him swinging, like as soon as he says him, pow. Oh shit! I forgot that didn't work.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, well, let's pretend like that didn't happen. I'll edit it out.
Rewind.
I could totally picture Danny like walking up after you get punched and like punching him, pow. And then we're just staring.
It did happen. We were just like, it's slow mo. He just walks away.
I'm like, "Yeah, the cops are coming. I gotta go."
Yeah.
As tough as it is for venues, obviously, too, I feel
Yeah,
bad
man.
for the crews out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Oh my
um,
god.
Some people I know haven't had a paycheck since March, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no stimulus package for the road dogs. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and when a lot of us are like independent contractors,
Yeah.
you're not going to show all your income on your taxes. So then even when you get the help, it's like it's way less than you were made.
Mhm.
People are like, "Oh, they're making more." I'm like, no.
Yeah.
They're the very few select that were. I mean, a lot of them wanted to go back to work anyway. No one wants to sit home.
Yeah.
Well, obviously there are. We could point out outliers, but my point is,
No, I understand that. It would drive me crazy to, I mean, I did it like at the beginning of the pandemic. I think even though like I was able to kind of like pick up some work and stuff. It was like 2 weeks, I think. I was like, I'm gonna stay home, I'm not gonna do anything.
yeah.
I bought a lot of water, not too much toilet paper. It was already gone. I bought a plant for some reason. I was like, more oxygen, babe. It'll be good. I don't know what it was. Come on, just start buying stuff. And then like after the second week, I was like, I gotta work. I gotta do something. Like,
Yeah.
gyms are closed. Like, I don't know. I gotta work. I'm definitely a worker. But we've been and also like
I was quarantining up with babies. I
Yeah.
had my
he's
kids.
nonstop worker. He
Yeah.
can't stop working.
Yeah.
He has to sleep with
Are
them.
your kids old enough that they're in school or no?
Nah,
Okay.
not yet.
Not
My
yet.
boy was in daycare, but we took him back out when
Yeah.
the spikes
Yeah.
happened. and all that.
Yeah.
You know how it is. And
Yeah.
it's silver lining. I appreciate the time that
Yeah.
I've gotten with them because we
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
have gotten it otherwise. My
Yeah.
wife would have been back to work after 3 months, so she's gotten like
Mhm.
more than the first year with our daughter. And yeah, but we're going crazy. We're losing our minds. It's a blessing. We're gonna kill each other.
Well, luckily, dude, we're close to 2021, and I have a feeling that I mean, it can't get worse, can it? I don't want to jinx it. I hope I didn't just jinx this on this
Asteroid.
podcast.
God damn
but,
it.
Here comes the asteroid.
You heard it here now.
well, that's cool. Well, I saved a bunch of fun topics because I was going to use some of these for Donald's, but since I was an idiot and only recorded the B camera, basically, with the room audio, I saved a bunch of them for you. Now, you guys
Nice.
are brothers,
Yeah.
and but obviously not twins, but there is this theory that everyone has a non-biological twin in the world, somewhere in the world,
Okay.
and I was like, well, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. Like, like animals, like even within each like kind of animal, there are like different kinds of within that species. So same with us. So there's only so many ways like a human can look, right? I mean, I'm sure, but the difference is that the reason it's so rare is because there's so many different combinations.
Yeah.
So who's to say that there isn't so many? Because like if you think about it on a grand scale, we really don't meet that many people. Even if you're a world traveler, you're really only meeting so many people within your lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
so
Is there
many
7
people
billion,
in the
7
world
billion or something like that. now?
that who's
Yeah.
to say that you don't have your thing. So I looked it up and there's a fucking website where it called twinstrangers.net. You upload your photo
What?
and it uses like the FBI technology to like
That's
scan your face
awesome.
and then they try and find it. Now your twin might not have uploaded their photo, but if they did, you'll find it.
One day they will.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Is
I
this
like
it?
that.
Did you upload?
Look, stranger twins.
Okay.
Look at all these twins. And
Oh,
these
I've
are all
seen some of
These
this.
are on
I
like
have.
these two guys met on a plane.
These guys, I've seen that one with the beards.
The beards, dude. Legit
That's
too.
insane.
This isn't like made up. It's like legit.
I get people coming to me all the time and they're like, hey,
Like that's like how in the world do you have the same haircut basically too and the same beard?
it's a simulation.
Like
That's
you
fine.
can't tell me that there isn't some,
Nothing is real.
if you if you think about it on a very small scale too, like we're made up of atoms and atoms vibrate and like, different frequencies and stuff. So when they're talking about other dimensions, I know it sounds tin hatish,
I
but
like it.
just because you can't see it because it doesn't vibrate in the same wavelength that your eyes can physically see doesn't mean it's not out there or here. So who's to say we don't literally have like the other us, Earth 2 or whatever. Like
I dig it.
Infinity Crisis.
so
stuff.
sometimes they just happen to cross over because they're wavelengths and then it's like, oh look, we have doppelgangers.
That's what it is. I dig that.
I want to meet my doppelganger, I guess is what I'm saying, but I'm Asian, so I could probably go find one. Now I am adopted, so I could have a brother somewhere or a sister.
Yeah.
A biological.
Have
but-
you ever thought? Do you ever get that?
I've tried to, but like Catholic charities you're not very charitable. Catholic charities. I think that's who I was adopted through, and I've gotten like zero response. Like they want money from me to find any information.
to find out any information,
and then they'll
okay.
probably give me the same information I already have, which is like just what I had at birth. Because sometimes they're sealed too. Like sometimes it's supposed to be anonymous or
Yeah.
it is anonymous. Like so, but if there is a chance, that would be the best way because once you're 18, you should be allowed to say, okay, if they want to contact me, I'm available or what. And I tried to go through that process too. She said she sent me a packet and I never got it. And I just don't know how to really go about it. So the next step is I do want to do a 23andMe or one of those other ones. Maybe take like 3 different ones and then put them out into the different,
But
the genealogies and see if I have any actually find out where some of my family is. Maybe I could have other adopted kids that ended up being adopted in the States. That would be crazy.
I was thinking about it, like for us, it's like when you put your DNA into the internet, it's like, oh shit.
That's another thing.
Like, we got like it's funny over the summertime, like we found out we had like another cousin, but like hopefully, well, if they watch this, they'll find out. But like apparently, like we have another cousin that we never knew about. And,
That's happened quite a few times actually. Apparently, our grandfather
had a whole other family.
That
other
you didn't know
family
about?
in New York.
Yeah, he was kind of like a Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
I feel
Our father's father.
yeah, our dad's dad.
Yeah.
He was a Rolling
Grandpops.
Stone. We never met him. God rest his soul. But yeah, like I don't know. Apparently, like our aunt like was at like a this like conference and she was speaking and she name dropped. And then apparently someone else came up to her and was like, you're Christine Devaney. I was like, yeah.
Your
Like, my
father
name's
is Peter Devaney.
She was like, yeah.
It's like my name's Peter Devaney too, and that's my
Holy
father's name.
shit. And he had like a family and up in New York and
Was this confirmed?
yeah, apparently.
Like it's legit, or are they just saying that?
No,
there's some
apparently
weirdos.
it's legit.
Yeah,
Apparently it's legit.
that's cool.
I mean, it's funny. And then apparently the same thing too. We found out this summer because like my mom has, what is it called? What's that thing is? The genealogy website, like ancestry.com or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, I've never been on it, but apparently they got some kind of thing where you can like match.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. You
Yeah,
like
what is
match.
that?
What does this mean?
Like you're like I'm talking about like match them,
We match.
match DNA.
This is how they do it right here. Scientific method.
Whatever happened, there was a match,
Yeah.
and like they,
She's like, hey, I think you're my aunt.
I think you're like my aunt, dude. And it was fun. It was a fun summer because we were all like, you know, trying to figure out like who, like who was it, like cousin Robert who had like a you know what I mean, like. Dude, how
Who
we
was it?
We're trying to put all the stories together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still haven't figured it out though.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
No.
But
Maybe soon.
we're Facebook friends with her though.
Should definitely see this.
Yeah, she probably will.
Man, I'm like always getting into like I don't know. I just feel like I watch like The Curse of Oak Island and like shows like that. Or like the Bigfoot shows where you're like, oh, we're definitely gonna find them today, aren't we? No.
Season 27.
Yeah. And they're just
Never
taking our money.
monsters.
Now the Curse of Oak Island is legit. It's like the one reality
No,
show that's like
yeah.
as close to legit as possible
yeah,
with like
yeah.
very little scripting. Or yeah, but the reason I say that is one theory that I think actually could be real is dragons. Like dragons could have been a real thing at some point.
Komodo dragons.
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Now, is it like in the tales? Probably not, you know, but like to me, the big theory is that they were, and they would say, well, why haven't we found any bones or anything? We find dinosaur bones and other things like that. If you were that big and able to fly, your bones would have to be super, super thin or light in order to take flight.
Okay. Yeah,
You can't be
I'm
like a
with you.
dinosaur flying unless you're like a pterodactyl or something. And
Okay.
they have, and they're like built differently. You know, they're still smaller dinosaurs or whatever. So the theory is that they are out there, or they were out there, but they, you know, over time, it's just, you know, the bones just disintegrate.
I can dig it.
And if you think it's over like millions of years, or
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know when they say dinosaurs are supposed to be on Earth, but I would assume around the dinosaurs, right? Or
dinosaurs are
after?
still on Earth, man. They're
Oh yeah,
because
dude.
birds are dinosaurs.
And, like crocodiles
And
and
they're
shit like that.
everywhere.
Yeah, birds are.
Hell
everywhere.
yeah. Like I love Rain of Fire, that movie with
Holy
Christian Bale and
shit.
Matthew McConaughey where the dragons take over the world again.
Well,
You seen that flick?
Well, you know, if you
Crazy
go into
movie.
the Amazon, there's like tribes that have never seen a white person, and there's like animals that we'll never know about because it's just too dangerous
They're
Yeah.
to go.
Or like the bottom of the ocean and stuff.
Well, that's the crazy one. I
Yeah.
think I have that alien octopus where
Yeah.
it doesn't look normal. It had the four that came out straight and then went straight down. It was super. Have you seen that one?
It blows my mind.
Let me see if I have it.
Oh god.
Terrifying.
Guys are doing the like the.
We're gonna awaken something one day.
Well,
God-
don't they know?
Godzilla.
Do we know more? Like,
Some
we're-
shit.
We know like what is it like? We like 80% of the ocean's like unexplored or some shit like that.
Oh, like probably more even.
It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Probably like most of it.
I threw
like
80 out.
98%
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, it's like something. Oh my goodness, I'm a stoner, so I don't know.
All I know is I'm
There's this-
terrified of it.
Komodo dragons.
Look at this thing, dude. Let me see if we can find.
Oh
the
my
video of it.
god, holy nightmares.
Yeah. And did you see before when I looked it up and
Oh
it
my
showed all the
God.
normal looking octopuses?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna need to put my glasses on for this.
That Petey's blinded.
Guy never stole.
So we
look
played
at
our-
that thing.
Oh
What
my
the
god, dude.
Look, that's not normal.
That is an alien species. I've
Dude,
seen that.
It looks like a
That's-
satellite. Like doing
That's
that.
on the shell. The shell where they're drilling oil in the ocean. Like the Shell company.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was on the camera on there.
See, that's what I'm saying.
So this isn't like fake. It's like legit. Like they keep scanning for
They're
it.
gonna drill something and it's gonna awaken something. I've seen that
Oh, like
movie.
Godzilla?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Kraken.
I've seen that movie 100 times.
Godzilla.
The Kraken.
Look at that thing. Look how long those are.
Oh my
dude.
god.
Like that's not a normal.
Do they know what it is?
Yeah, I think.
the f-
Well, they think it's a certain species of octopus
They're just like oh my.
that has adapted to obviously the low depth.
Looks just like
But-
all over you, Pete. Just like
But dude, there's no tentacle, like there's no like the suction cups or anything like that. Like it's weird.
I
So
think
again,
that's
like,
just what they
oh
want to tell the
gosh.
public. They're like, yeah, it's a type of octopus.
We're just like humans.
Oh yeah, just like
Meanwhile, they're out
aliens.
there
Yeah,
freaking out.
for
Like,
sure. Well, we're talking about like not cover ups, but like not telling us. Like, did you see that report that just came out?
About
This is on like NBC News or whatever. Peacock,
oh yeah,
whatever
I've
they
seen
have.
some stuff about this.
So the former Israeli space security chief says
they
extraterrestrials
exist.
exist and Trump knows about it.
oh they exist.
So that first pisses me off because like I pay taxes, so I should be able to know about this shit.
I want to know
You
about
know,
fucking
like-
aliens, man. Like for real.
Yeah, and they say, and it says a galactic federation has been waiting for humans to reach a stage where we will understand what space and spaceships are. But if you think about it, it's not that, it sounds goofy, but then like think about it. Like we're not going to go try and like bring ants into like the world economy, you know?
Yeah.
So like to them, if we're not advanced enough that we can even, you know, get to the meetings and shit, like they're not going to fuck with us.
No, you can't even.
in a real, I know that sounds crazy, but like if we were saying, let's pretend if this was real, it makes sense. They wouldn't want to fuck with us because, and they see us blowing each other up. They see social media and all this. They probably look at us like, you guys are fucking idiots.
The only thing I don't think is
guys are
accurate about that headline is that Trump knows about it. Because if he knew about it, he'd be like, tweeted about it. He'd be like, you know, there's aliens, right? And Joe Biden didn't win the election.
He's like, they don't fuck with us because we eat too many cheeseburgers. That's why.
Well, that's what they said. So remember, he started.
Sorry.
I would say like 2 years into his presidency, he started to say something about that when they were doing one of the blasts off, when he did the space, when he announced the space, whatever.
SpaceX, yeah.
He almost
right.
When he announced that, he almost
Space Force.
When he announced that, he almost gave away top secret information along with that, and that's why they cut him off. And he walked, and then and then have we heard a peep about that since? No. So what it says in the article that the reason they're like, well, Trump wouldn't know because he would blurt about it. He did. He almost did, and they had to reel him back in. They had to be like, dude, shut your mouth.
Probably give him the nebulizer.
From Men in Black and shit,
like
electric shocked his ass or something like that. Like remove this memory.
It says the unidentified flying objects of astronauts.
The only reason I laugh about this is because there's a South Park episode where they talk about this and they're like, it's like space cash. Remember that?
One? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Dr. Farts McGeezax or whatever the hell it is. Yeah. Nah,
but they say the unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they are here because humanity is not ready yet.
Hell no, we're not ready.
That sounds. I mean, we're
not. You think? Look, did you see how we handled the pandemic?
No. We're sitting here.
Listen, if aliens came down and said, "Look, we're real," like we would be fighting with each other. Like the right would be like, "Oh, let's nuke them. We got to nuke them, protect America," and then the left would be like, "Well, let's invite them in and like give them free shit." You know, like we'd be arguing about all this shit, and nothing would get done. And the aliens were like, "All right, we're leaving." Like
if they
probably came down already, like. Yeah, nah. And then
because they're supposed to be intelligent life. If they're intelligent,
they were like
they're way past this fickle shit. Like to them, my podcast is retarded. Like they're like, this guy's an idiot. Like, why is he doing? He's talking about nothing.
Cajun's the replacement word. For that.
Why aren't they building spaceships or learning about nuclear sciences? Like. You know, they don't want to fuck with us. They want other intelligent. They want other life on their level.
Like, hey, yo, Earth, if y'all want to kick it with us, y'all got to get cool about a lot of shit real fast.
Well, why don't they just come down and say they're here and then say, so the people that actually want to like do some shit can be like, okay, take us with you. And then everyone else can just stay on planet Earth and be retarded.
Yeah. And worry about like,
whatever
shit.
Like,
that makes them mad.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know what to do with these glasses.
Here it is. President Donald Trump was aware of the extraterrestrial exit and has been on the verge of revealing information, but was asked not to in order to prevent mass hysteria. They've been waiting until they to develop, reach a stage, understand in general what spaceships are. Yeah. And I'm sure there's more countries involved with it too. It's just those are the two that are out there that don't care.
It's got to be. Everyone knows a lot more privileged information, right?
For sure.
But I definitely wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. I definitely wouldn't. But that was funny. It was, you know, we were.
Oh yeah, this monolith bullshit.
What is that?
People getting all hysterical over like art, over artwork.
Aliens.
Like one showed up and it was probably there from a late artist that had been there for 5 years, but it was in such a remote place that no one's gonna really find it. And then they found it finally after 4 years. But then another one popped up, but you could see like all this, the like scuff mark, you know, the like when you weld something, it has that like circular kind of scuff on it.
Yeah.
You could see the second one had all those scuff. I'm like, someone else just copied it and then put it in Romania and then tried to act like, and you can see where they dug it out. Whereas the other one was like in the ground with no disturbance. It was like 2 feet in the ground, and then it was
The f-
just gone.
The first one was in the desert, right?
Yeah, like, but it was in the ground though. I'm pretty sure, with no disturbance. This one, you could see someone like dug it and buried it.
Portal to another world.
Maybe.
Well, that's what they were supposed to represent. That's another thing. Here's the LiDAR. Let me see this LiDAR pyramid. So they have this thing. See how it shows like this one, especially. Let's see if I can get this one. Smithsonian Mag. Okay. All right. So, fuck these. So like some of these are plots, and like I guess what they say is like the Great Pyramids. Like you see the 3 of them because that's all that's left. But when you do LiDAR scans, you can see where the foundations were built and stuff, so you can tell just where. And they're saying there isn't just like 3 or 4 pyramids. There's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and but they all line up on what would have been, because over time the magnetism of the earth, the rotation, different things
north,
change, right?
Yeah.
But they say it lines up perfectly with all the things. So it was, pyramids were actually like a source of energy. So it was basically like, that's how people ran society. So we think that they didn't have electricity or other things. They might have. It was just different forms, different very, ways of doing things.
Advanced civilizations.
Yeah, totally different kind of technology.
So they're like, how did they build the pyramids? They probably, it's vibrations. It's like energy. You can lift something. So if they had the tools or the energy, that they could just take the bricks and follow that line of energy, to build it. And that's why they're so precise too. But, it's just crazy. I love looking at shit like this because we know we like to, we're probably the dumbest civilization or time period of humans to be, and we always thought we were the smart. Now we might have the most modern technology for us. Like maybe they didn't have iPads, but they even showed that they found that one wreck from like way back where it was a computer. They found a fucking computer. They thought it was a clock. But it was a computer. It was like the components to like a star to like track the stars and stuff like that too. I don't know. I just don't think we're the smartest people. And I don't know. Maybe we are. Maybe we're the most developed in a certain way, but they had an understanding of like the earth and space way advanced than us. So maybe technology wise, we have different things, but think about it. We think of technology as what helps us in current day society, which is a lot of greed, money, like me, Instagram, social media, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas back then they didn't have that distraction. So what they were focusing on was way more advanced than we'll ever get just in other areas,
I feel that.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I just think, I know. So France, like I'm saying, I think electricity and water should be free for everyone in the whole world.
Yeah, me too.
Because we do have the ability
in healthcare.
Enough water, like we can turn some of that polluted water by like having it be ushered into something which, causes power, but then it cleans it, and does all, like we should be able to do stuff like that. And if you really want to be, because like, oh, it comes down to money and greed and, oil come like, well, if they adapt and then they start doing stuff that's way before its time and they're like, oh, well, this is going to save this and this saves so much money, which in turn saves us money. And we're actually making money now, because we're the only ones that can supply this at that such a cheap rate.
Yeah.
So, and it's good for the environment and, blah, blah, blah. So
they will eventually, like whatever they
I
can
know,
make, whatever they can make.
Tesla, he wanted to do that.
Yeah, that's
He
what he
wanted to make
do.
electricity free.
that one city in France, water and electricity is free. And they just show those like crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see if I can look it up. Like, I just feel like it's a basic right.
Yeah, it is. I think it is.
Like, if I want cable, I'll pay for that. But like water,
I think
be able to run your house.
Have you gone down that rabbit hole of which I think is actually holds water, but like how we made the jump and from our last ancestor to now, like by eating like shrimp, like
Shrooms?
they've been eating shrooms, yeah, because they used to be when we were like more.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So it's like we were, well, I guess when we were like, I like our last ancestor, I cannot think of it at all, but like, they used to, no, I can't remember, but they used to,
Okay,
I'm not going to say it and butcher it and be called dumb.
Neanderthals?
Our
I have
last
no
common
idea.
ancestor broke away and was able, like, I guess they attributed somewhat to like the quick development of our brains over a 2 million,
Consciousness
2
and
million
memory
year.
and
No, just
stuff.
like the brain, like how our brain grew so much, because our human brain grew so much over like the last 2 million years. And they try to figure out like, how the fuck did that happen between our last common ancestor and now? And I think it was because like we were like chasing our food, and they used to, shit. They used to take shits, and then like shrooms would grow through it, and they'd eat them, and they're psychoactive shrooms, and they used to open up our neurotransmitters, and poof, and that was a big thing.
So you're saying humans evolved from eating animal shit.
Yeah. Awesome, dude. I heard it, man. Paul Stamets. Don't take it from me,
Who
bro.
said it? You gotta look it up. He's got to look that up.
Look up Paul Stamets.
All right.
Paul Stamets and what is it?
What in the-
Magical fun. No, fantastic fungi. Fantastic fungi. Give it up.
No.
Damn it. I'm not making this shit up. You're
You
gonna
read
love it
about
too.
it? All right.
Is
I
any of
watched
this
it, too.
is any of this related to what you're saying?
Fantastic fungi.
Mushrooms
Fantastic
cause the
fungi.
evolution of human consciousness. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's it, bro. Science news. Yo,
What
yeah,
is
watch
this on?
Oh, watch
Uplift?
it. Watch it. Yeah, watch it. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what
I-
that
you
is.
don't?
Why would you?
Well, I know
watch
what
it?
that is, but I don't know what uplift is. That's not where I saw this, but maybe it's a video. Maybe it's kind of it'll probably
Can we
capture it.
tap into
It really
ancient
is that.
fungal
It really is that.
consciousness?
That
Paul Stamets is what you're
Paul
trying.
Stamets. Paul
yeah,
Stamets.
that's what you were saying, right?
Yeah, he's the man. Yeah, this is it. He's the man, dude. Dude,
But you explained it so
let me tell you
elegantly.
about. Let me tell you about.
You explained it.
When
so
you think
beautifully.
about it, in your visual landscape with animals, you see them for months, years, and plants. So you have a familiarity.
Oh,
with
he was on
mushrooms,
Joe Rogan.
like
Yeah, he was on Joe Rogan.
4 or 5 days.
This is podcast.
So we're probably they're
Inception.
probably gonna get flagged on YouTube
Kill
because we're
you,
playing Joe
heal
Rogan's
you.
podcast.
Yeah, we're getting.
No, this is this his podcast? I learned
Well,
it
yeah,
from.
because it says Joe Rogan, Paul Stamets, so they're just.
Oh, then we gotta take him off.
This is podcast inception.
Thanks, Pete.
Well, they-
Now I can't get paid.
No,
But
No, I learned
No,
from,
that's cool. I don't give a fuck.
consume mushrooms, humans being one of them. And so
Should
that's
let the
linked to a
audience hear
long
this, I
ancestral
guess.
use of mushrooms going back, in our primate evolutionary tree for a very, very long time. We separated from fungi 650 million years ago.
Maybe you did, dude. I know some people that are probably still.
Yeah, you
No, we can't. We can't. Play
You're gonna
that.
get
No,
flagged
no,
on
no.
that
And,
one.
and it was 11 minutes anyway. But
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, I can
so
watch that.
they're saying
you
that
just
humans have
send them
been
to the
for a
link.
very long time, and it helps with. And
Yeah.
I believe that because I know microdosing is something I'm very interested if it ever gets to the legal end of it.
It's getting there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
getting there.
It's getting there.
but-
yeah.
Because so here's where this comes from. This which is one of my topics too. So great segue. From ages like 1, and you guys have kids, right?
I
Both
do.
of you? Or just
Danny
you?
does. I
Okay,
don't have
Danny.
any that I know about.
Me either. Everyone's like, when are you getting married? I'm like, I'm 36. I don't know. Because even by the time I meet someone and we do, because I'm not picky, but I'm like, if I'm going to be with someone, I'm going to be with someone, like,
Yeah.
I don't have any time for all the other drama.
I love
and all the
my
other
girlfriend
stuff,
though.
but
If
yeah.
I know she's gonna
Oh,
watch this.
yeah.
I love you so much, Gabrielle.
Yeah, I love you so much.
She's the best.
Oh man.
But from ages 1 to 3, kids think and like their brain works at a genius level.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then from ages basically 4 to 17, it slowly goes down to where it's like 10% of your brain that you actually use. And the reason is around age 3 to 4 is when you start getting told no all the time. Like, no, you can't do this, or no, you can't do that, which causes you to not use parts of your brain that are used to expand or thought or invent. So now obviously you have to say no for certain things. Like if your kid's a spoiled brat, you're not going to be like, yes, all the time. But they're saying be communicative with your kids. And if they say, oh, why can't cars fly? Or like, can cars fly? Or, like if they ask a question, instead of just saying, no, it's not possible, or no is like, well, we can't do that right now, but maybe you could be the first, or, whatever, like encourage them to actually think outside the box, even if it's not possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Even if it's physically impossible on this earth, get them to think of like, why not? Instead of no, like, why can't this do this? And then because that's what I'm saying. So even if it's still impossible, once you get them thinking on those terms, that opens up that side of that brain. That really is supposedly, and that's what kind of microdosing does, is it gets you to that point of expansion to where you can start,
I think it peels back
Yeah,
the
for
layers
sure.
kind of like an onion.
I just the way our society, and that's just the way our society's set up to keep us all in check. I mean, I know it
Absolutely.
sounds conspiracy, but that is
No.
100% true. We're
It's not conspiracy, I don't think.
we're in a way, or at least indirectly, And that's why it's so funny when I see everyone call each other sheeps on the internet. I'm like, you're all sheeps.
Yeah.
We're all sheeps.
We are all
Like we are
part of it.
all sheep. So you
Yeah.
saying that just makes you look like a dumb sheep, you know?
You just
Like,
gotta encourage these kids to be creative and
yeah,
critical
exactly.
thinking and all
yeah,
that. And
Ask
exactly.
questions, man.
Ask
Like,
Yeah.
questions.
I mean, I feel like that's what's funny. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, like I had a side that I decided to go with, especially with this whole election and everything like that. But like I was thinking, I just thought I was like, if you're a person in 2020 who doesn't think you're getting played or effed by both sides in some way, then like it makes me kind of think in a way like I don't know, you're not paying attention or something like that, because like you really are. Like we are all working, like we're working. It's like having a job. Like we work for America, and there's, you know what I mean? Like people are pulling the strings and they want it to go, and there's some good things about that, and there's also some easily ways to get manipulated and for people to kind of like, you know, like rig the game, so if you will. So like, you know, it's just it's worth noticing and paying attention to. I don't think, you know, it's necessarily a conspiracy theory. Like I think it's just like, oh come on, man, like you're a
It's
human,
right there in your
you're a
face. It's
human
not
too,
really-
bro. You wouldn't do certain fucked up shit like if you
Yeah.
had this kind of power. Come on.
Yeah.
Like it's that far-fetched. Come on. Like so that's why I think it's, you know, to me it's interesting when people, especially people shouting at each other. Like the power
It's
is in
weird.
together. They
Yeah.
they still don't get it yet. Like, you know,
I think that's why I have so much anxiety, because I'm a big picture guy. I really am.
Yeah,
Whether it comes to
me too.
management,
Yeah.
music, my life. Now you still got to live
Absolutely.
in the moment, and you still got to do all
Yeah.
this. But I'm saying, like my
Absolutely.
thought processes. I'm always 10 step ahead of people. So when I might say one thing, they're like, "What? That doesn't make sense." But that's because I'm thinking over here, because I already thought about the steps to lead up to that. So
Yeah.
it might not make sense to them, but I'm like, we got to do this now in order to get to this part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but it's just weird. So, but even in like the conscience of like, just be kind and all that stuff, you know, you don't have to like me, you don't have to get along, but like, I just, it's just weird to me how divisive humans are naturally.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But it used to
naturally.
get, when we were younger, it used to be like, oh, that guy's an asshole. And it would be like the bad apple. Now it's like, you meet a nice person, you're like, oh, gee, that guy was nice. It was weird. Like, that guy was really like, and it should be the opposite.
That's why the aliens don't fuck with us, dude.
That's,
You know what I mean? They're not fucking with us.
That's exactly,
dude.
that's
You
exactly
guys
fucking
are
why.
fighting over petty, stupid shit. You're the same species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So talking about aliens in space, did you see this as well? The 17-year-old.
Oh, I did see some of this.
She's done every single space.
Oh, yeah, I
camp,
have seen that.
Every
So
single
awesome.
space camp, and she's going to be the first person to step foot on Mars.
Oh my
what's her name again?
god.
But she's
Alyssa?
only 18. Like, think about how much pressure that is to a degree. Not even pressure, because I'm sure she loves it, because obviously that's her dream and that's what she's doing.
I hope it's not.
But
that
has she ever thought that, like, it going to Mars technically is a one-way
It could-
ticket?
yeah, it's a one-way
could be
ticket.
a one-way ticket
Yeah,
because of
absolutely.
how long it takes to get there. One,
Uh,
all the things that could go wrong. I hate to even say that, but
No, I mean,
it's
I was
like
just thinking.
true.
I was thinking
It's
like.
terrifying, man.
I was thinking
I'm
like.
sure she doesn't.
I hope she's not pressured to go to Mars. Like, you better be the first little girl to go to Mars.
Well, you
baby.
know, these days,
Holy shit.
it's those crazy parents that would make them do it. So I wouldn't
Maybe.
be surprised if later on she's like up in space. She's like, diary, day 921.
Captain's log.
Like, I was about to say after explode, but like, let's say something went wrong and all they had were logs or something. And then it's like diary, day 91. I didn't even want to come.
Yeah.
My fucking parents made me do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. Like,
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah.
I'm 33. I'm single.
Yeah.
Good luck to her, man. It's great. I mean,
That's wild, man.
No, I mean,
could-
yeah.
Is that what's the? I don't know.
She's
enough
scheduled to
about this,
travel in
like-
2033 on the first manned mission to the Red Planet. But obviously, so much can happen in that time. You know,
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe she doesn't want to anymore in a couple. You never know.
Yeah.
You know, but
Maybe she reads.
Well, I saw that they would have to like send a bunch of stuff there first.
oh yeah.
To be built
Well, I would
by
assume that's what they're doing. until
drones and
then, right? Yeah.
robots and stuff like that to build like the centers and pretty much, you know, total recall. With
Well, they say she is NASA's youngest astronaut, which means that she did all the physicals and all that stuff too, which
Wow.
is pretty hard as well, because it's
Hell
just a
yeah.
whole different thing. She will be 32 by then in the slate, so to last 2 or 3 years.
and she's just
So
gonna
she'll
go
be
up
gone for 2 or
there-
3 years. That's not that long. I thought it would be like a 10-year type of deal.
How long does it take to get there?
I mean, it's not that quick. We would have done it, right?
I think it's like Same amount
She
of time.
slaved
Like you
for
got to
the
first
last
go to
2 or 3
moon. You first got to
years.
go to the moon,
Guess what? She's-
refuel, and then go.
They say you got to go to
Go to-
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Not refuel,
to-
but fuel up enough that you can make it to Mars.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There's just so much of that.
That's terrifying. Did you watch that movie Ad Astra with Brad Pitt?
Not yet.
I loved it.
I
It's great.
think I did, but it
I
might have
didn't
been
watch
like
it
a
yet.
background movie.
I loved it. Interstellar. That was pretty good. I liked
That was
it.
a good one.
Got about
That was a good one. I was just thinking, I was like, when you were like, oh, maybe a lot can happen between now and then. I was like, yeah, she like takes like a philosophy course.
Her handle is NASA.
And
her handle-
I'm not into this.
Her handle is NASA Blueberry 1. That's so cute.
NASA Blueberry. Would you ever go to space if you had that? If you had the
Only if it was like for a mission. I don't want to just go up there and like look around and then come back down. Like I want
Yeah,
to
you
fucking
need
do
a-
some shit.
like-
I want to meet an alien. I want to dig,
Oh my
dig some
God.
moon or like
have sex with an alien.
pee on the planet,
Yeah,
see
yeah.
if it grows. Like
yeah, draw your name.
take the
Yeah.
first
pee.
shit on
Yeah.
Venus. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
like-
You ever heard those?
Sophistication.
I was watching some. I was watching something about like this dude who's like a total what is it, like moon denier? Like we landed on the moon. or
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
They say it's
He
not
was
real.
like going up to like Buzz Aldrin and like all these cats and being like, you're like, you know, you went on the moon, blah 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 blah.
Admit it.
And
Admit it.
Admit it. Admit it. Did you see that? And
Yeah.
Buzz Aldrin, there's a video of Buzz Aldrin
Just in the clock.
punching this dude in the face.
But you know what I think happened? I think they actually went to the moon.
Yeah.
But I think once they got there, they saw a bunch of shit they weren't supposed to see, or they had an encounter that they knew would be similar to Roswell in the sense of like, we can't make this a public thing. And then they actually staged like them landing and jumping around, but they actually did go up there.
Okay.
So it's
And they
so
hid
that's
the
why
real footage.
Yeah, so that's why both of them are like, people are always fighting, and they probably put out the conspiracy that it was fake just to make their fake videos seem
Yeah.
more real.
I heard something
Just like they did with Roswell, saying aliens aren't real to make
Yeah.
it more believable, or to play their card. But
yeah. I heard a very similar story that you said, but on the opposite end, like it was fake, but they did go, but like they were,
well, that's the same
they,
thing.
well, yeah,
they
but
they faked
they
it.
faked it, but they
went.
did go. But the reason why is because they were like, it was the space race, and they wanted to beat Russia because Russia, had already beaten them in like the
Well, that was
first
a big
person
part of it.
space and the first, what I mean. So they were like, we have to win this one, dude, because Russia already had like a bunch of wins.
I mean, the
in
thing is, people
space
saw the
on
rocket
them.
go up, though, into the
Yeah.
air, and people saw it land. So whether it went to the moon or not, it did go up. And,
it went
somewhere.
back down. Yeah, that's like a big one's like what? Like you don't you don't
because
remember
back
that
then
happening?
they probably don't have cameras that can follow it that far, and they could only follow it till you could see it, probably,
yeah.
right? So who's to say that they even went into the atmosphere?
Who's to say?
But
No, yeah, there are legit people that think we have never been to space still.
It's
no, that is crazy.
I dated a girl
They-
once,
they-
man.
they-
I dated a girl once, man. She was like, we never been to space. You know that, right? And I was like, check, please.
Right. I gotta go actually.
Jesus Christ.
No, yeah. That's wacky.
Yeah, man.
We were talking about psychedelics. We'll go in circles. I don't care. But do you know they have this honey that's naturally made by bees that is psychedelic
I
bee
saw a
honey?
video of
That's
that.
natural. The problem is it's like on the side of a cliff in like one area in like China or India or something, and then
Yeah.
like it's hard to get. But literally, you can just take it and you start
Yeah.
tripping.
And if you take too much of it, you can get like
Yeah.
real sick or some shit.
Really?
I watched that. It was like on
might have been on Netflix. or
Viceland.
something. Or
or
maybe,
maybe
Viceland.
Vice-
Yeah, yeah,
Viceland.
that sounds familiar. Maybe it
Yeah,
on
that was
there.
wild.
Oh my.
That'd be
God.
great, dude. Even if it wasn't like, even if it was more of like a shroom effect where you're not tripping, but you're just more aware,
Yeah.
like just take
Yeah.
enough to put in your tea or coffee.
I'm trying to think
There's so much good we could do as humans if we just like if we actually just did what was right.
Just microdose everyone.
Like we could all be rich.
I've
Is
heard
what I'm
that.
saying,
just
you know?
microdose
I've
the
heard,
world.
man, I've,
man.
heard, I've heard people say that, man. Like,
What, dose the world?
Instead of
the world would be a
yeah,
better place
like
if everyone tripped one
planes
time.
flying by. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, if everyone tripped one time, the world would
Wow.
be a better place. David Cross said that on Thank You for, I forget what that is, that Netflix special or whatever. But there's been a few people I know that have said that before. That's like, it's an interesting thought. Everyone just tripped one time. If the whole planet dosed once, then
Oh,
after
I've
that-
tripped plenty of times. So
Yeah.
The first time I tripped, I didn't realize that, like, I'd never tripped before. So my buddy hands me like 2 tabs and I just popped them both at the same time.
yes,
Oh my God. I was,
blast off.
and I had like, luckily I had seats. It was 311 day. and I had seats and I had pit, so I was down in the pit tripping, and it got so bad to where I was, and luckily I handled it pretty well, but I like in my brain I was like, holy fuck, this is not stopping.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is not, if any, it's getting more and more intense and more. I'm like sitting and staring at my hand, and it's like going in the waves. It looks like my skin is waves, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
What venue is that at?
I can't. 2012. I can't remember if it
Oh,
was in
yeah.
Vegas or it was probably Vegas. It was probably MGM.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
I don't know where they did
That's
it. They've switched it.
awesome.
They do the one venue now, but it changes so often that I can't remember.
You said 2012?
Yeah, but Ballyhoo did like the pre-show. Well, actually, yeah, it might have been actually. So this might not have been the first time I tripped, but like that was the first time that I didn't realize what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
I guess, and I just took way too many, not realizing it. But
2012, actually, I was down in Mardi Gras, and we were at the famous club down there, Tipitina's, with some friends, and we took some tabs, and we watched Galactic, just a big funk band from down there,
oh yeah,
brass band, all they're just awesome. And
Fucking
the show started at like 2:30 in the morning. That's when the show started, and then it went
Jeez.
until like 7 a.m. I swear, and everyone in the club was on something tripping. It was an like crazy experience. And then afterwards, when the sun came up, everybody
gathered.
walked down to the parades and stuff. New Orleans is
fucking dope.
wild, dude. Literally insane. But I'd say the hardest I've ever like hallucinated, like straight up like blacked out, where like this isn't reality. I was like, I hit salvia out of a
I see.
DMT
I'm lucky
bowl.
I never did any of that shit. Like
Salvia out of a
salvia or any
DMT
of that
bowl.
shit. Like that, I wasn't that desperate to like get high to like do some of that weird shit.
That's
Ocean
like,
City, man. That stuff they're pushing
dude,
on
yeah,
everywhere.
on the
Hey,
boardwalk.
salvia, you want salvia? What salvia? What salvia?
So
And you're a kid
stupid.
walking around.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah,
like,
dude.
yeah.
I like to
And then you smoke that shit, and then you just like, yeah, never,
black out.
never.
Yeah, that was a very intense, like what, minute and a half or whatever the hell it is.
Felt like it forever.
Yeah.
So there's also another theory that like there's actually like a cure for pretty much anything, but it's just not public. Like there's a cure for cancer, it's cured because it's money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I would.
If everyone could be cured of everything, we would overpopulate in 10 years because no one would die. No, everyone could just keep having babies. They'd be living longer.
I mean, I can get down with that thought as well. I mean, if you think about
That's
it.
why people conspire that Corona is kind of a intentional thing.
Oh man.
I mean, you think about it, if that was the plan, it worked. Fucking worked.
I don't know when it comes to like, I think there's like a lot of like technology.
Like Magic Johnson had AIDS and then he didn't have AIDS. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, apparently he used cash. Remember?
like, how do you
So
just have
funny.
AIDS and then not have AIDS?
And then
Like, why couldn't we given that to Freddie?
And we also have
Like-
HPV.
Why couldn't we? Why couldn't we have just like given that to Freddie Mercury or someone that like needed it? know?
Jesus.
Well, I guess they didn't have
He
it
was
back
too
then.
well. Magic Johnson was too busy winning fucking titles when fucking
He's a fucking
Freddie Mercury was
champion.
dying of AIDS. Like, but yeah,
Because
I don't know.
all big
I
pharma
think
would
you're
go out of
right.
business because
100%, you're right. Like,
because
when it
they'd have
comes to a
cures
lot
for
of
everything,
this.
so they wouldn't be able to give people fake medicine.
I think there's a lot of truth to a lot of those theories.
you know?
I think there's a lot of truth to a lot of those theories. I think there's a lot of truth to every theory.
Or at least it
what
not
makes it a
like not to
theory.
the
Like,
extreme, but
bend it a
it's
little.
like the thought behind it is real. It might not be a
Yeah.
conspiracy or like they're holding out, but there's definitely
it's kind of like what I was saying, like if you're like a boss, like say you're like a boss of a company or whatever, and you're running your own company, you're like, all right, like we can't give out any more overtime. Okay, we're out of budget. All right, no more. I mean, that's kind of how it's like with like life. Like, dude,
Yeah.
people keep fucking and living. There's not going to be any more space here for everybody. Yeah, we'll probably all figure it out eventually, but there is probably going to be a time where I think artificial intelligence will take it all over. Well, half of the planet will upload their brain to some weird ass app, and
Yeah.
then it'll be like,
They've got us convinced that there's not enough to go around when there's plenty for all
Yeah,
of
but
us.
probably.
You know?
I think there. Yeah, I think there's
That's
a
all
lot.
it is.
yeah. And the military is using mind reading now. How
With like
crazy
the
is
men
that?
who stare at goats.
But here's my thing on it though, and I started. This is one of the topics I was talking to Donald about. was that sounds great, but like in the heat of battle, like it didn't seem like a very useful thing. Like let's say you could read everyone's mind. So, oh, he's going to shoot me all. There's so many people shooting them when you're on the battlefield. It's like split second anyway. So even if you could read their minds, like, would you want to read everyone's mind? So like while you're focusing on this guy, so if you're reading everyone's mind, then there would be a million minds going at once.
You're like, these 100 dudes want to shoot at me right now.
And then you're already dead.
Yeah.
Like before you can even process that.
So useless.
I was like, reading minds, unless you're interrogating them and you can read their
There you
minds, that makes sense. But like,
I dig that.
I don't understand how this works
In the field.
like in the field. I could see how it would be a technique they use, but
It's like the men that stare at goats. Have you ever seen that movie? They get a bunch of psychics. That was like a real thing. You ever seen
Yeah,
that
they're
movie?
taking the psychedelics for the
Yeah, man. With Jeff
military.
Bridges, and they like they would be able to use like be
DARPA.
psychics and like figure out like where people's like battle plans were and shit like that.
so the thing behind it is the reason they're doing this mind reading, but I guess it's like, I think so what they're saying is this device. Like it's a device that, that can then project.
I've heard about this.
Huh.
Too, yeah.
You can project what
Yeah.
the person is thinking based on like, their neurons or how it's lighting up in their skull.
That'll be the next thing, man.
That's what they're saying with this. So they're saying the reason is surgery is expensive. So to create a new kind of super warrior is like ethically, and it's also like
Yeah.
ethically like complicated. So a mind
Super
reading
soldiers.
device that requires no surgery would open up a world of possibilities. Brain computer interfaces or BCIs have been used to help people with quadriplegia regain limited control over their bodies and enable veterans who lost limbs. So they're
Okay.
basically trying to get a computer chip in your brain. I'm not really for it. Would you get a computer chip in your brain? In the brain?
Depends on what it does,
I don't
man.
know.
No,
That
realistically,
was a good
no.
producer.
Not-
I'd have
not at all.
insane in the membrane.
Yeah.
already
Insane.
rigged up to go.
I think they definitely like obviously all like most like dope ass technology like the military has first, and then they slowly release it to the public and shit. But like,
Oh yeah, of course.
would I get a computer chip
Well, that's the
Maybe
theory.
right before I die?
Do you know the theory of why World War I ended or II ended with the Nazis and stuff like that? Not necessarily.
Well, not
necessarily because we took over. They got to the point where America and Germany both had alien technology, and they had both know that there's aliens out there. So back then, not having the internet, not having different communication that we do now, that's a more scary thought. So
Yeah.
it actually forced them to be like, okay, we need to stop fighting each other, and we need to start preparing and like reverse engineering this technology together and try and figure out what we're up against here. So that's what they're saying. And then that also corresponds with why after the war, the US, which is fact, started bringing over all those German scientists because they knew the technology and they brought them over. And NASA is basically was founded
I
off
was going
of
to say that earlier when we were talking
NASA,
about the
yeah.
space race.
was founded by Nazi scientists,
We
basically.
got a lot of help from the Nazis and pardoned a lot of the
Aliens.
war criminals
What's
from that.
What's the dude's name
Aliens.
again? Is the dude. The dude's
What?
name who did he created the bomb. He was in NASA and everything.
Adam.
Yeah, it was the
Atom bomb, I
top
don't know.
Nazi guy.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't remember his fucking name.
I can't.
Dr.
Horrible with names.
Dr. Shower and Shower.
Dr. Fauci? No,
Dr.
Fauci.
Nazi bomb maker guy.
Yeah.
No, everyone knows who he is. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
I know.
look it up on Google.
I could see.
Siri?
I just too
There's no
lazy.
points, man.
Siri, who's the Nazi bomb guy?
Alexa, who's the Nazi bomb doctor guy?
Alexa, play Nazi bomb doctor by. I like that.
By the animals.
Yeah.
Otto Hahn.
Yeah. What's his name?
Otto Hahn communicated these results in his conclusion of bursting of the uranium. So I don't know if he was the first one to do the bomb. Friend Lies Metner.
That sounds kind of Nazi. I don't know.
Did Germany invent the atomic bomb? In 1938, German scientists, they said German scientists, but
Yeah. What was
Werner Karl Heisenberg to develop an atomic weapon.
Dude,
So is that him?
that's where Breaking
Is that
Bad.
him?
That's where he got it from in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's one of them, but that's not the guy I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Manhattan Project, man. It doesn't matter,
Yeah,
man.
whatever.
You can.
Chalk it up to we used a lot of Nazis.
We use
help.
Nazis. We also did a lot of war profiteering.
Yep.
But that's okay.
No,
No, your history,
they're coming for you.
man.
We're gonna talk about this shit. They're gonna come for your
Yeah,
podcast.
they're
man.
gonna like, oh
They're
shit,
gonna be like, shut it down.
Joshua.
I
you're
don't know.
letting
They
up
probably
too many
No.
secrets.
Dude, Joe Rogan put out way more secrets, and he's got
True that.
hundreds of
Oh,
millions of
yeah.
followers.
True.
They go to mine and be like, "Oh, he has like 100 followers." Okay, yeah, no, he's. Cool.
But you weren't on Fear Factor. That's
I'm not
different.
big enough
They'll
a
never
fish in the
take him
fry.
seriously.
yeah.
I love Fear
Oh,
Factor.
I loved it too, man. I'm just joking. He would
Yeah.
appreciate that joke.
No, you would.
Rogan would appreciate that. But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's
How did we get to the Nazis thing?
Oh, I remember. I
Because
remember.
aliens.
Aliens.
Nazis and aliens, dude. What the hell?
That's all I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Nazi
yeah.
zombies.
I want to bring musicians on to talk. I don't care
Talk
about,
about
your,
aliens. And
I don't care about your
Nazi-
music. I love it.
I would have thought about,
aliens.
I would've thought about
Fucking love it,
Nazi
dude.
aliens.
It's not what I was expecting. I'm all about it.
I thought we were talking about like touring in the I was like, my Nazi aliens.
Fuck
I love
yeah.
this podcast. So my
Yeah.
I mean, we
next
can
theory-
talk about your music if you want.
No, I don't
Nah,
care at all
I
about our
hate
music.
it.
I figured I figured most musicians talk about their music on any form of like media anyway. So
Oh, well.
It is
might as
true.
well just like no, we'll still do it. If you
gonna
guys have
write a
any
new
singles
song.
and you guys can tell us about what you've been doing, of course.
We're gonna write a new song called Nazi
Nazi
aliens.
aliens.
yes.
Nazi bomb doctor.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's a punk song.
So I've been asking everyone this too, because it is the Christmas season. I actually went around to different places today looking to replace that couch and then also get Santa hats and stuff for the Christmas. I got Joey from Cashed Out coming on. He's hilarious. So
Oh,
he's going to be a
nice.
lot of fun. But Die Hard, Christmas movie or not?
I would
I
say,
say yes.
so. Because
I say yes.
yeah, it makes me feel like Christmas. So
I love it. I'm
So-
I don't know.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it so much.
Okay.
I was just watching it the other day.
So I say fuck no. Because it's like, I get that it's set during Christmas and it has Christmas stuff in it, but it is not a Christmas movie. Like A Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie, and some people say it's a Halloween. No, that's
No,
a Christmas movie.
That is a Christmas
A
movie.
Christmas Story is a Christmas movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but in the Christmas
know-
story, wasn't he killing Germans in that one too? That invaded it? Oh no, that was Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Die Hard is the one where he's killing Germans.
Yeah.
It's very Christmassy,
Yeah.
if you ask me. No, just
And
kidding.
Christmas.
No.
Yeah,
But
that's-
in my view, like I'd rather watch a Hallmark movie than like Die Hard.
What about
think-
Lethal Weapon, bro?
Yeah, Lethal Weapon, bro.
There's a scene in there.
It's the beginning scene. It opens in Jingle
Yeah.
Bell Rock. And then
Like,
she
we
like-
could
Jingle
take-
Bell Rock.
We could take like any movie, point out one scene, and be like, oh,
Christmas movie.
it's a bar mitzvah movie.
yeah.
It's all about bar mitzvahs.
I think there's like a weird thing that happened where like certain movies, little like action movies that took place during the holidays became like a quote unquote Christmas movie or whatever. But I'll watch it now. I don't know. I'd watch it.
No, I'll watch
My
it during
girlfriend won't
Christmas, and
watch
that's
it.
cool if you think that, but you're wrong. It's not an official Christmas movie. Like The Grinch Stole Christmas, like any
What's
of
your
that shit.
favorite? What's
Where's
your
Santa
what's
Claus
what's
at?
what's like two of your up top there's like Christmas movies?
So what sucks is I actually had prepared answers for that question. If
I
anyone ever
have a
asked
couple
me.
too. I just want to know if you make
I
my top
cannot
five.
remember at the
Yeah.
moment.
All right, well name like, well,
Um,
maybe one, right? Like that you like boom.
Oh, man.
Like I like it.
Like Home Alone's a good
That's a
one.
great one.
Great one.
And see, that is a Christmas movie,
is.
even
Yeah,
though
yeah, yeah,
technically
yeah.
they'll say it didn't.
I
you
think
know,
it is.
That's a Christmas
That's
movie.
the prequel
Die Hard is
to
not a
Die Hard.
Christmas-
If you didn't know that,
Oh my
that's John McCain
Oh
as a little boy.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love Home Alone. It's great.
I
I
can't remember if that was before or after, like he was like hanging out with Michael Jackson, but
That was
I would assume before.
that was before. I
And then he
think.
started hanging out with him because
Yeah.
of that fame.
Yeah, it was after that. Yeah.
I did hold on for the longest time, and I did want to back Michael, but then as soon as I saw the like I knew, everyone
that last
knew
one. That last one with
Oof.
the
that was hard to watch.
yeah.
That's hard to watch.
you know, it really sucks.
I did just remember because I remember that dancer guy, the choreographer guy that the documentary was basically about. of
yeah,
him
the
getting raped
dude
by him.
like with Britney,
And I remember him from the MTV days.
I
I
remember,
remember like,
yeah,
oh, that
I-
guy's dope. Like, and
I
he's
remember.
going through that. Jesus,
yeah.
That's terrible.
you know.
Would you erase his? Can you not listen to his music?
I just can't believe. Oh yeah, fuck Michael Jackson.
Like you can't listen to
Like
that at all.
I hate everyone. I get it, and you can still listen to it if you want,
It's
but like
tough, but it's
you're
like-
supporting a rapist. You know, you guys always want to put all these
Yeah.
other people down. You want to talk about, you know, what's that guy that was like raping little kids on the island? What was his name? Why are we
Epstein?
Yeah, why are we
Epstein?
blanking so
Oh,
much?
yeah,
we
I
didn't
gotcha.
smoke, did we?
I got you.
Yeah, so people want to put him down, like, but you still like Michael Jackson? It's the same fucking thing.
Well, Epstein didn't
You-
write a catchy song, is what.
yeah, so,
that's what.
But you hear some
Nah,
of the
it's
stuff
fucking
that
creepy
happened.
as
That,
shit.
no,
It's
but it's not
fucking-
just the fact that like he raped, like Michael Jackson raped kids.
Yeah.
And people were like, Thriller.
Like kids were bleeding because of Michael Jackson, and
Ouchie.
like legit.
Yeah. That was,
And
it
like
was
you
a
still
weird-
want to support his music? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well,
my
that-
opinion. But
it's-
whatever.
that stupid money that he had is why.
Dude,
you know,
the
nobody
record
ever
label
did
covered it
anything
up.
for it. Yeah.
His family covered it up. Everyone
Yeah,
covered it
man.
up because he was selling so many fucking records.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
It's fucking sick.
It's
dude.
but when
And
you
they should
watch
all be
that-
fucking ashamed of themselves.
When you watch that, like
I don't support Janet Jackson. I don't support any of them.
When
Fuck
you,
them all.
When you watch that, there's a wacky family. And when you watch that, like
They blame it on the dad. No, that's no excuse for raping little kids.
Well,
Like,
eventually you gotta
That's
take.
you.
Fuck you.
Eventually you gotta
You
take
know?
responsibility. You know what I mean? You can do the whole psychology however you want, but
they allowed him to have kids. They
I
let
just-
him impregnate people and own kids, and he was raping kids. Like Jesus,
I think
people think I'm a bad guy for smoking weed. I didn't rape anyone. Yeah,
That's true. It was interesting to see him like you know how like most celebrities or Hollywood, whatever, you know, like stars, they'll have like a girl on their, you know, or some kind of extra, whatever eye candy it is, whether
Yeah.
it's a girl or a guy, you
Right.
know, depending on the, you know, actor, actress. And he always is running around
and
with like,
trans. Don't
Yeah,
forget
yeah,
trans. I
trans.
just don't want to.
they were,
anyone
yeah,
out.
but they were always, but
Everyone.
they were adults. Like they
Right.
yeah, like
Yeah.
he always like came around. He's like, he had different children and there's so much footage and people just watched it and people were like, that's a grown man and he has a different little boy on his arm. Like it was just so weird. It was just happening. People were like,
I also blame
yeah,
the
but
parents.
I love fucking that bad record.
Well, more
like,
than even Michael Jackson, I do blame the parents. Like, if someone asked me to, like, think about it, if someone came to you like, "Can your kid come over and sleep over with a
you'd
36-year-old?"
say fuck no, but it's kind of weird.
No, I don't care who
No.
celebrity it is.
I
No,
kind
fuck
of
no.
like I would not I want to I would never do something like that, but it's got to be kind of like, wait, what the fuck? Like Brad Pitt's like, I really like it. Like, oh, I got like I guess
How does
like, I
that
don't
not
know.
seem? How is that not a red flag for a parent that Michael Jackson wants your kid to come sleep over? Like, I don't care who it is. Like, I don't care if he's a celebrity or not. How is that not a red flag?
I think it's pretty clear.
Well, there's a whole system of the motherfuckers.
know.
You know what I mean?
Everyone, but that just shows how much people are bent on celebrity. R. Kelly is a good example. They're so hell bent on being celebrity
That dude
that
is
they're
a
get like that
creepily-
guy's doing like crazy shit too.
He wrote
But
I
people
believe
are
I-
letting their daughters go because they want the
wrote
R.
out-
Kelly
yeah.
fame,
because he wrote I believe I can
even
fly.
though they're sex slave. He rapes them and and he pees on them, I guess, and like they're sex slaves. But it's
Jeez.
okay because it's gonna get them famous.
That's a whole nother crazy dog.
I love
That
seeing all
is-
these like public figures on Instagram. I'm like, if you were walking around downtown in any city, no one would know who the fuck you are. Like, you're not famous because you have 30,000 followers on Instagram, or even if you had 100,000 followers. Like, I don't know.
Or millions or
like,
whatever. I mean, yeah,
All these like fucking. Well, I guess my point is just that like people are so like, even if you're not a celebrity, you like can feel like one on Instagram or social media.
oh,
yeah,
You know what I mean? And then
I
it
think
gets
so.
to their head. That's why I hate YouTube stars too, because they just annoy the fuck out of them. Like, okay, you have like funny content, but like you're still like to me, they're like C-list, D-list celebrities, like reality TV
YouTube stars.
You know, yeah. People are like, you're just hating. Like, you can't say anything about. This is another thing I'm gonna rant about for a second. You can't say one thing about fucking what's his name, Machine Gun Kelly, without someone be like, you're hating. You're hating. And the number one response that I keep seeing and hearing is like, well, he fucks Megan Fox. So, you know, as like, that's like an excuse. And I'm like, first of all,
He does.
I don't give a fuck about Megan Fox. That doesn't make his music not shitty. Okay. Second of all,
you don't
just
like his
because
Pop Punk album. You don't
listen, it sounds like fake. It sounds like, listen, it's great. And I know, and I'm glad he's bringing like awareness and bringing back that style, but it's a fake fucking 90s pop punk rock run. You know, it's just fake. It's not very good to me. It's not very original. I'll say that, but that's just my opinion. But people are gonna say I'm hating. I'm like, I'm not hating because I think he's fucking extremely talented. I thought he was fucking awesome in the movie, in the
Dirt?
Motley Crue movie.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I mean,
Dude, he was
Loved it.
badass in that.
Loved it.
And I do
Wasn't
like,
he
I
talented?
like some of his
That's it.
stuff when he was more rapping, like when he was rapping more,
yeah,
you know. But
It's
you
cool
can't
that he
say
can go
one
back and
thing.
forth, though.
You
That's
can't
cool.
say one
That's
thing
it,
about him
yeah.
when people saying you're hating. It just annoys me because I'm like, I love the guy, but I can still be critical. And just as a purist, as someone that grew up on Green Day and different stuff like that, he's just basically riding their coattails. And even though he's working with Travis, I'm like, great, that's good for him. That doesn't change the fact that, you
Did
know,
Travis Barker play drums?
I'm pretty sure he's
That's
been
tight.
they've been collaborating. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. They got him to do that. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He won a bunch of awards too, right?
I like
Machine
that.
Gun Kelly for the pop punk
Yeah, but
album.
you know, I haven't taken the Grammy seriously since, like, you know,
Yeah,
however
I mean,
since
who
whatever,
does?
you
I
know,
don't know.
like, I mean, that's great, and I'm sure everyone still aspires to get it, but not really. Like,
Ever since
most people
Jethro
listen to
Tull
independent
to-
artists these days.
Yeah, somebody claimed that Machine Gun Kelly and Miley Cyrus were the king and queen of rock and roll of 2020, something like that.
Fuck.
They're like, how
yes.
can 2020? Get
But
worse?
that's what,
I
yeah,
love
that's
it,
what I'm
man.
saying. Like,
Miley Cyrus.
I guess my point, and it's, I just think using his girlfriend, like, as if that like makes it any better. I'm like, that degrades her too.
He's like, yo, I don't like his music. Oh yeah, you don't? Well, his girlfriend's super hot.
well, he's fucking Megan Fox. I'm like, well, is that like what we hang our hats on now?
I don't
Like,
really understand
oh, so
the
because he's
connection.
fucking Megan Fox, like he can't have shitty music now. Like,
I think
get
like
outta
now, I think now people have to know, like, if you're at like a certain like celeb status, whether it, like an A celeb status or like quote unquote like
I would-
Hollywood or whatever it
never.
is.
I don't want to be. I don't even want to be a YouTube star.
Yeah,
like,
there's a-
I don't want any fame. I
there's a-
just want
There's a
people
certain
to listen. To
I want
our
that
stuff.
or
YouTube money,
sustenance.
though.
Like there's a certain amount. I think there's like a certain amount. Like you like music. Like you like the more and more you dive into it, you like you know what you like, and you know you either want to like expand on it. It's like any kind of art. Like I want to go searching for it. I like it when like friends like tell me I found something new, go down rabbit holes, or
Mhm.
like the whatever it is. Like, but there's like a certain amount of like there's some really cool songs that come out of I think the top echelon, top 40,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you will. But like at the end of the day, you know, we're trying to. It's a business. They're trying to make money. Like you know what I mean. Like so
That's
they
why
will.
Oh
I-
yeah, of course.
They will sacrifice the art over you know the.
I just think
whatever.
the word hating gets thrown around way too loosely. Like,
Haters,
you can have an
haters.
opinion and still like someone and still think
And
Machine Gun
respect-
Kelly is a great,
respect them
a
and-
great
yeah,
artist
Yeah.
without being like.
Hey, I got mad respect for him. The
I just
fact
hate when people twist it because you can twist anything on the internet by taking words nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's like,
As everyone does, right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like don't turn like, yeah, I just hate, you know, it's just the cancel culture, all that stupid shit. It's just all these like entitled motherfuckers.
Did
just
they try to
annoying.
cancel recently?
I hope someone tries to cancel me. That would be awesome.
They're cancel you, dude.
I want them to.
Dude,
I-
he
that
figured out
means-
the aliens cancel his ass.
It means I'm doing something. If people are trying to cancel me, then I must be doing something.
Keep giving yourself more time. They're gonna come knocking.
They
They
on the door.
found
I
the
need to
Nazi
write,
bomb guy. Get him off the air.
Try.
Dr. Nazi bomb guy.
Tried to get. I need to write this down. Try to get cancel culture.
Try to
Culture.
get canceled.
Yeah, try to get canceled.
Oh my!
Yeah. I mean, there's a
God.
little something to the cancel culture. Get all these creepy motherfuckers out of Hollywood, and you know what I mean, calling out. There's something to it, man, for sure. Like,
Yeah, I think there's something to it for sure. I don't understand the whole how it gets into comedy though.
what?
Like
with
how the cancel
comedians
culture.
tell
Yeah, how the,
jokes and get canceled.
yeah, how the cancel culture makes its way. into
Yeah, that's what comedy
What's
is.
What's an example of that? Who's
like-
gotten canceled?
Dude, everyone like name a comedian.
I mean, they tried to cancel Bill Burr after his SNL.
He's
Really?
not getting
Yeah, that-
canceled.
no,
He's
not
a
from
star.
SNL.
He's not going to, but
What,
he'll
Kevin
try.
Hart?
They were
Kevin
trying-
Hart got cancel
Kevin-
culture.
They tried to cancel him because why? I have a joke.
Yeah,
that he did
yeah.
in like 2011. They were trying
Yeah,
to
like
get
way
him,
back
in
about like if
2017.
his son was gay.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah, in
smashed
the
a dollhouse
dollhouse.
on his
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
But it's the irony in the joke, though.
Yeah. Well, listen, they're canceling these guys, and
jokes.
those jokes aren't that bad. Like Jim Jeffries and some of the stuff that fucking. Let me see if I can get.
Oh, there's a-
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
old school Jim Jeffries, not the stuff he does in Comedy Central now because it's cleaned up, but like his HBO specials.
Oh yeah.
He's talking about like pulling out like dildos and shit from his ass. Like you can't do half that shit that he was
Oh, yeah.
talking about. And the religion. Oh my god, I gotta play it. We gotta play it. I don't care if they
Find out
don't.
some Jimmy,
If
man.
they won't like.
I love. I mean, Jim. I mean, I just don't get like how you haven't figured how like it's a whole. It's like if you're like got offended by how somebody was playing the guitar. Like jokes are like it's a thing that you're supposed to do.
It's
Like,
shock value. They're trying to freak you out and offend you.
I of course live in Los Angeles. I've got a nice place, obviously. My brother's been staying with me for a couple of weeks now, which has been awful. My brother's crazy. Even my neighbors hate him. The other day, I opened up the door. I caught him masturbating.
Sounds
He
a
looks
lot of
me right in the
masturbation.
eyes and goes, "Shut the door." I said, "Get inside."
See, he always like twists it.
Yeah. And then he gives you the smirk like, that was funny.
No, I like all those comedians, but I feel like sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not. But I feel like Anthony Jeselnik is like always on point, and like there's just obviously
Right, you like-
Chappelle, and there's certain like
Do you
comedians
that
that
one-liner? Do you like that one-liner delivery? Is that
it depends. I like his one-liners, but I don't like everyone's one-liners.
Did you ever go down like Mitch Hedberg, like his rabbit hole? That's a good rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He's a total
Like, you know, one of the funniest stand-ups of all time was the Eddie Murphy shit from back in the 80s or whatever. Like,
yeah, classic.
Raw, like that shit is like, or even like Chris Tucker or Chris Rock's like original shit from back in the day was way better than anything that's coming out right now, in my opinion.
Those are great.
We
Those
went
are
and
really
saw Tom Segura at the DC Improv, and it was sold out 2 nights, and I was pissing my pants. I was laughing so hard. Dude.
Live comedy.
Do you listen to his podcast and you do that with his
his
wife? The one
Yeah,
from the
some-
Road Rules?
a little
I didn't realize it was her from the Road Rules.
She was on the Road Rules.
Yeah, the blonde from the Road Rules.
Good
Real World
God,
versus
I didn't
Road
know that.
Rules.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
at all. Christina.
And the guy on NFL
Pete,
Network,
Chris-
he was on the
Christine.
Road Rules, Real World. You got Miz and WWE. Oh yeah, you brought up my thing, dude.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
we need to talk about that. So I really want to make it part of we were talking about segments and shit. I really want to start like a vlog part of the podcast where that can be more daily content of like behind the scenes and shit I'm doing in general. I really want to not become a wrestler, but I want to like legit train
Okay.
and then do like a match and like have it filmed.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
awesome.
be tight, man.
And like, I don't know if I should do like heavy. I would probably pick heavy music, you know, but like, I don't know.
Is your intro?
No, well, I have a couple of the WWE ones here. We can play it real quick. This is like one of my favorite ones. The DX, the remix.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I used to get in so much trouble going into middle school and being like, suck it. Yeah. This is a dope remix though. It's like the Run DMC one.
Oh, yeah.
Shayna
But,
Baszler has a dope one too. It's a little butt rock, but it's dope.
Here he is.
But
Triple
yeah.
H's. Then he had the.
I want to do something with this this belt where a guest comes on and somehow they win it, or someone gets like the belt every season. You know, like doing stuff. But like, bands got to participate. I need participation, but I don't know what to do with it yet. I mean, it's my belt. I'm the king, but like, well, when I bought this, the funny story is when I bought this, you know, they have different tiers like Ravens jerseys or whatever, like, you know, cheaper ones. And so the cheapest one's supposed to, like, the middle ones kind of have, plastic. It's not real metal. And it's kind of got these like not shiny diamonds. They're just like clear, you know? So I got the middle tier one, which was nicer, but still not quite like $500. Like I wasn't going to spend $500.
Yeah.
And I actually thought this was like a little kid's one, or I thought it was like a little, you know, a play one that I could stick on my desk and then have like little trinkets and stuff. It comes in the mail. It comes in like that fucking like nice ass like case too. And I look at it, this is all metal, like shiny diamonds. I'm like, dude, I think they sent me the wrong one. I don't know, but like, this is like the real deal. Obviously, it's not the one that they use on the show.
You gotta
but
make
like,
that part of your intro, bro, of the podcast, where you come in holding it, play your intro song, lay it down.
I mean, if we were a show that was being televised nationally and it had a whole team of producers, yeah, I'd do that.
Hell
But,
yeah.
like,
Get the smoke machine. Oh,
So
yeah.
it's just me. I can't do that every time. That's a lot of effort. I can't even record this properly, let alone do a sweet intro. You notice when I faded out when we started, like I didn't intro you. I'm like, and today on the podcast we got higher education. And, I'm like,
We'll do that after, and we'll edit it at the beginning.
higher education. But I guess the last thing on here when we're talking about like kind of like nostalgia or like things, I've been seeing a lot of Nickelodeon. Like they brought back all that now with a different cast. I want to bring back. Legends of the Hidden Temple. And
I would love that.
I want to be the fucking host. I'm the goddamn host.
I want to be a
So
contestant.
that's my next question.
So
Which team would you be?
I'd be this. I'd be like the snakes. Weren't they the snakes? The white.
Well,
snake?
what color?
There was like.
Were they white?
Were they white?
That's racist.
Snakes.
You would be the white team.
The white snakes. Or the monkeys, like the purple monkeys, or
it's the purple parrots. And by
Purple
the way, my
parrots?
team, purple parrots.
What are the teams
weren't they
again?
snakes? Yeah, look them up. Weren't there snakes?
Yeah, there was everything, but I'm just saying, like, you got to know the colors too.
I can't remember.
You can't just be calling out animals here.
Remember.
Gorillas.
There was monkeys. There wasn't. Was it gorillas?
No, I'm just shouting out animals now. Like I'm pretending to be you.
It was
I'm just, like,
monkeys,
shouting out animals.
snakes.
Some random
They had
animals. Turtles.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
We got the red jaguars,
Mm.
the
Okay.
blue barracudas.
Blue
Wow, I
bears.
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
I like
popular
that.
one. No, that's the popular one. That's
Yeah.
what everyone. No, fuck that. Purple
Silver
parrots.
Blue barracudas.
Silver,
parrots.
silver snakes.
Cobra Kai. No,
Mhm.
green monkeys,
Yeah.
Silver snakes.
orange iguanas. Orange iguanas. I don't know. Purple parrots. I like
Yeah.
that. Rolls off the tongue.
Purple parrots.
And
I went for the least intimidating animal.
you were right. Ding, ding, ding. Silver snakes.
Silver snakes.
For 500.
He said white snakes though.
Did you?
And there was
That's a band, right? White Snake.
Yeah, white snake.
fucking David Coverdale up in this motherfucker.
I would also
Here
do
we go
Guts. I used to
again.
watch Guts and them
That
climb
was
up
a great
that
one,
fake
too.
mountain. I'm like, dude, I would have done that in like 3 steps.
Dude, I
remember that
missed
one.
those shows.
Guts.
Or what was the other one?
I had a big
American
crush
Gladiator?
on Mo, the referee.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to Mo. She had the accent.
He's like, hi.
Oh man. I have to believe some of those hosts were like little creepers too, right?
All of them were.
Yeah.
All of them were. That's such a
Like
I don't know.
Mark
I
O'Malley
just
or
feel like
whatever.
they all
at
were,
all.
man.
Don't know that at all.
They might not be.
Oh, okay. So something the reason I led
They're
into
all-
that also leads into, besides my WWE belt, the one thing I'm trying to get for. So by the way, it sucks. I have a new desk coming in tomorrow. So instead of having like 2 different tables, I actually have like one big desk
Nice.
coming in tomorrow. Upgrades, baby.
That's
Hell
how
yeah.
you do it.
But the next I got to get chairs. But so I want to get, because I could never go on Guts and get like part of the aggro crag, you know, the light up aggro crag they always got.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find one so bad. And like they have fake like foam ones that I saw that are just painted, and like Etsy has like shitty ones, but like there I found one. There's one legit trophy that lights up and shit, but it's like $2,000.
Ah, I knew it. I knew it was coming.
I mean, I definitely have the money, but it's just like very
How do you
not worth
justify
it.
that?
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. Like,
You got to go on the show and earn it.
Yeah,
At that
exactly.
point.
That too. So I hope they bring it back, but they do an adult. Like I want.
Yes.
So listen, I want to start.
Adult version.
Yeah, I want to start a program where we bring back all the old school things from the 90s.
And all the little kids are now adults.
It would be really hard to get them all back.
And then
there.
we'll bring them all back on.
Yeah.
That's a lot of effort. But I'm just saying, I want to do an adult type thing. You know, what do you think about adult day camps? You know, where they have like, they legit have those like day camps for adults with like alcohol, but it's still the same things. It's just like,
We day camps. Like
yeah, like they pretend like you're back in summer camp, but you do adult things too.
Really?
Like you can drink, you can play activities, you sleep in cabins.
You do like go-karts.
You probably
and
sneak
blob,
off into each other's things. There's probably orgies
Yeah.
going on. Like
Give
who
each other-
knows? Like getting away from your husband for the weekend. Like,
s'mores.
your Cundalingus card.
they're like, honey, we're going to adult summer camp. He's like, what are you doing there? You know, just the stuff we did back in the day.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Just having sex, making s'mores.
fucking.
Come on, man.
That sounds pretty cool though, if you're
It
doing all
sounds
like the
like I would have
fun
a lot
stuff.
of
You know?
no, it sounds like you have no life or you're going through a midlife crisis.
You're doing- yeah, I don't know.
Those things cost like $1,600 to go like
Whoa.
act like kick a ball around.
Wow.
Like I can fucking do that myself.
Not doing
If you're
that.
doing like really dope things, like what I want to do is, you remember that show Wipeout?
Yeah,
Or
that was a
like-
good one too.
Or like, you know,
Well,
the
they kinda
floor
have
is
shows
lava
like that
or some
now.
shit.
They still have shows.
I would
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
do
no,
that.
Floor is Lava. Yeah,
Yeah, do
the ones
that.
they do now.
That's a good one.
Doesn't Wipeout have the Miz? Isn't he on the Mike the Miz is the announcer, dude?
Maybe.
He's on everything. I hate
I
people
think
like
so.
Ryan Seacrest and all those other like Steve Harvey annoys the fuck out of me because he's on everything. I'm like, You're telling me you can't like get a little diversified and like get other hosts in this country?
They're
Like,
no, we got Steve Harvey, bro.
like just like stop being a hog. Like they're hogging all the hosting jobs, and I can't even get my own like late night show.
They
I got
should've-
this new show idea,
Yeah, Steve Harvey is 5.
and it's Steve Harvey.
It's
should've-
fucking those fake, perfect, like those wide ass fake teeth that he has in his mouth.
What if
like,
Steve Harvey
great,
did
though.
the?
He's
What
funny.
if Steve Harvey hosted the presidential debate?
That'd be pretty good.
I'd watch that. That'd be good.
He
Mr.
just- he
President,
just, like,
we
does
need
this
to
shit
shut the
where he's
fuck
just,
up.
These stupid motherfuckers. He's just like, he gets the,
Perfect.
yeah, it'd be really
Yeah.
good.
That'd be pretty good.
That is pretty good. I like to think about that.
Oh my gosh, man.
Before we go, let's talk about some music stuff.
Yeah,
Music,
yeah.
okay.
Because
alright.
we should talk. That's the whole point.
We
Is
should
dates
do
and
it.
shit. So what have you guys been doing as far as I know you guys have been writing? I've seen you in the studio and stuff like that. Anything upcoming that you can share or
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, we're working real hard in the studio.
yeah, we
any
yeah.
world premieres or things that we can play for
World-
the people
wide,
right now?
wide. Oh, actually, maybe. Yeah,
If
you're-
not a world premiere, do you have a single that you just released recently or no?
Yeah, we actually have our. I mean, we just we
Just a
released.
snippet.
Yeah, we released
Yeah.
well, we released the EP over like in well, that was I guess June. So it's not new.
Oh, but
anymore.
that was still the year. You
Yeah,
released something this
yeah,
year,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The we released our.
I mean, if you
EP.
have something new, that would be awesome because this won't come out for a couple weeks anyway. But
we have some stuff, but it's like it's like a file from the studio last night.
Yeah, it's
you can
rough.
just plug in here. You can just plug your phone in.
If you want to do the damn thing.
But higher
Yeah, I mean,
education.
are you I don't know.
Look
is
up
it on
Higher
YouTube?
Education Band Conversations with the Moon. That's our new EP.
Yeah.
You can play any song off that.
There
Oh
you
yeah, right there.
are.
Look at that
There you
artwork right
are.
there.
Yeah.
Kathleen, she
like
hooks
it.
it up.
Oh
Love you.
yeah.
I
look
love
at
you,
that.
Kathleen.
Psychedelic, man.
Conversations with the Moon.
Yeah,
Yep.
heady
Oh, playlist. Any specific one you like the best?
kicks in, slow intro.
That's dope. Put that on a t-shirt. I'll buy
I
it.
know, right? Kathleen, she does all of our artwork. She's the best.
It's kind of like the little tree work is like a V because it's technically our 5th release, so it's like a Roman numeral. Yeah.
Symbolism.
It looks like someone's like in the middle of like spread legs
Yeah, I
and he's
know,
like
yeah.
making
That's-
his
I
way
see
into
that
the
too, I see that.
It's very sexual. Yeah, this is our latest. But we got a lot of stuff we're working on right now.
Yeah. It's cool to. I don't know. It's like it's been a blessing in disguise. It's like sucked that we can't play shows right now,
Mhm.
but I
Yeah,
mean,
we're grinding hard in the studio.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
We've got like 30 shells, that's what we call them. Demos, like recorded drums, all that stuff, and we're just slowly chipping away at all of them so we can start releasing singles consistently and, you know, get the artwork and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Music videos.
I'm excited. It's my favorite thing to do is just like work on that or play shows. So it's cool that we get to focus
Yeah.
on one. Sometimes I feel like when we were playing so much, like it's hard to make time.
Yeah, but all this stuff too that you're hearing on we record and mix at our own studio,
Yeah.
the band house.
That must be nice. All right. Well, shit, gentlemen, this was a pleasure.
Hell yeah,
and
man.
A lot of
Thanks for having
fun.
us, Josh.
We'll have you back
Great.
anytime.
Hell yeah.
Spread the word to all of our friend bands. That you had fun on the
We
podcast.
did. Thanks for having us.
And,
He's got pizza and coffee and
yeah.
beer and stuff, man.
Beer and weed
I definitely
Everyone come hang out.
right now.
got. I definitely got. Well, not everyone, but you know,
Bring your green hat.
if you're a good person, you got good music that you want to get out there, I'll certainly have you on. But
Hell
like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty picky. I'm not picky, but again, I told you it's not about getting the biggest guests. It's always about getting like good people that I like and
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'm interested in. I think deserve, you know, to come on here and get recognized. So thank you so much. I've always been a big fan of you guys, and any chance that we can work together in the future, I'll definitely
Hell yeah,
love
man.
to take you up on it. So.
Love that.
All
We
right.
appreciate it, man. Thank you.
And also for those out there, it snowed like a motherfucker earlier, and I guarantee any other guest would have canceled on me, and you guys didn't. You came in, fucking worked your asses off, and I appreciate you getting here.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, drive safe, and I'll see you soon.
Sounds
Cheers,
good,
brother.
Thank you.